this is Kristen, and today I am in my living room. It is a little bit messy, but it is quiet. I've been cleaning our house all this week, and it actually looks pretty good in here, but there's just one pile of stuff here and one pile of stuff right here. Right in the background. But I have had a couple requests lately to make a video of just pure whispering or soft-spoken rambling, so I thought today I would ramble for a little while and maybe do a countdown at the end for you. But I just thought you might enjoy the sounds of the birds outside here by the window. And I actually really like the sounds of cars driving by in ASMR videos. I don't know why that is. But I just heard one drive by, and there will probably be more. So hopefully you find those as relaxing as I do. And this right here is the back door to our house, and my dogs are just beyond that door on the porch, and you may be able to hear them wrestling around. But hopefully nothing will be too distracting. I also wanted to talk for just a minute about what's going on in life. And if you have not yet seen my announcement video on my vlog, there's a link below that you can follow. But I left my job. My last day was Friday, so this is my first week at home, not going to work, which is probably why I'm cleaning everything, just to have something to do. And because our house really needed to be cleaned, and I didn't have time to deep clean everything while I was working. But I was working at a bank. I tried not to talk much about what I did, just to kind of keep that, that sort of privacy about my career while I was still there. But I'm not there anymore. So I was a teller at a bank, and I was up for a promotion this month. I would have been promoted this month. So it was a little hard to leave that job. But as most of you know already, I am having a baby boy in about a month. I'm 8 months pregnant right now, and I think it was the best decision for me personally to stay home with him when he comes along. So it's been a little difficult and challenging, and I have gotten both positive and negative feedback from people in my life about this decision, but I'm not really worried about it. I think it'll be great, and more than anything, people have told me if you're able to be okay financially, then just stay home with him, because they're only little for a little while. So that's probably been the greatest thing to hear, because it's really encouraging when you have to leave a career that you're, you enjoy. I liked my job. I mean, it had its ups and downs, but I was good at it, and I was moving up, and it's a little hard to say goodbye to that career part of life, but it'll be okay. It'll be worth it. Update on the baby. He is doing great. I have an appointment tomorrow in the afternoon, and that's just to get all of the final things in place before he comes along, and to just make sure he's doing well. I have these appointments every month, so my bangs are not wanting to cooperate, and they like keep attacking my eyeballs. So yeah, we'll check his heart rate and all that stuff, all the stuff that we do every month, and just go over how we want the whole process to go. I think it's great that they are very open to doing things as naturally as possible, which is the route I plan to take. And yeah, should be good. Should be smooth sailing, hopefully. I've had no problems so far, so it's been wonderful. I am extremely happy that spring will be here on March 20th, because spring is one of my favorite seasons. It's in a tie with fall, which I know I've said before, but with it getting warmer, it's in the 70s here all week, which is really really warm for right now. But the window's open over there. That's why I keep looking out the window. The other two are closed. I'm really excited because the grass is starting to turn green, and little dandelions are popping up in the grass. And the weather's so warm, and it just smells like springtime. It actually smells like rain today because we're supposed to have rain. We had some rain earlier, and we're supposed to have rain all this week, on and off. And let's see, not this Saturday, but next Saturday, there is a big St. Patrick's Day celebration. And it is in a little city that I lived in when I was a kid, and it's not too far from here. But they have a parade and a carnival every year. Sorry, my camera died. But anyway, I'm pretty sure I've been to this festival every year of my life. Maybe not when I was a tiny baby. We lived in Alabama for a little while, and I don't know if we went the years we were there, or the year that we were there. But I think I've been every year since then. I know I've been every year as far back as I can remember. But I lived there for a little while, and it's always nice to go back and see the places you grew up. I played softball there when I was a kid for 2 years before we moved, and I played for several years longer, but I played 2 years there, and I grew up in a house that sat up on a hill in that town. great memories there. Mostly just things outside that I used to do. There was a big maple tree in our front yard, and I used to climb it all the time, and I would do my homework up in the tree. I was homeschooled, and I would take all my assignments up to the tree and do them there, or on our trampoline. I did my homework on the trampoline a lot. But there was also a lilac bush and just outside the front door to the right, and every spring when it would bloom, it would just be covered up with butterflies, and I absolutely loved butterflies. I still do. And they used to just come up to me and land on me, and it was really weird. My mom always thought it was strange that the butterflies seemed, I don't know, so comfortable around me, which is kind of weird to say, but they would just come up to me when I was little. And we also had, in the backyard, there were these 3 gigantor pine trees, and I have 2 brothers, and so we each kind of claimed a tree. And the pine tree on the far left was my oldest brother's, and the pine tree on the far right was my youngest brother's. And I remember that one had these big branches that would fan out, and he used to pull them down, and he lay on the big branches like a bed. That was his bed in the tree. And mine was the middle tree. And to me, it was the greatest tree in the universe because it was the perfect climbing tree. It had, a layer of branches, and then it would go up, and there's another layer, and we used to kind of joke about, oh, I got to the 7th layer on the pine tree, how high could you climb it, and all this stuff. So, it was pretty fun. We spent a lot of time outside when we were little. And I think it's become kind of tradition for me when I go back and visit. There's one more thing I have to tell you. I have to. There's a little gas station in this town, and it was owned by this lady named Miss Patsy. She doesn't own it anymore, unfortunately, but I used to go there all the time with my dad, and they had Super Bubble gum and the old school Laffy Taffy when it was a square, and it had more of a paper packaging than it did the plastic wrappers. There were some times when Dad would come home from work and he would have a little brown paper bag, and he'd come home and he'd put it on top of the refrigerator, and of course none of us could reach it, but we all knew that it had candy in it. So we would constantly, Dad, what is that? What's in the bag? What did you bring? Is that candy? And his reply was always, Nunya. He'd just say, Nunya, don't worry about what's in that bag. And then later after supper, he'd get the bag down, and give us all some candy. And so now, whenever I go back, I always like to buy some bubble gum from the gas station, and I buy sunflower seeds. I don't even know when we started doing that, but my dad and I have always liked sunflower seeds. I know we ate them a lot when I was playing softball, and I don't know, it just kind of became a thing. When we go back for the parade, we get some sunflower seeds. It's kind of fun to just kind of, because all the kids get the candy, you know, we don't run after the candy anymore during the parade, so we just kind of sit back and eat sunflower seeds and hang out, and sometimes our friends will be in the parade and stuff, so it's a lot of fun. So I'm really excited for that next week, and it kind of marks the beginning of springtime because it's always warm when the parade comes around. So I'm hoping for nice weather and that spring will finally be here and we won't have any more snow. So I think that's probably enough of my rambling. I know I can go off on some pretty elaborate and crazy rabbit trails, but I think I'll go ahead and start a countdown from 100, and hopefully as you listen to each number, it helps you to become more and more relaxed. We can pretend it's a countdown to springtime. To a spring night. There you go. A restful spring night. So, thanks for watching and listening to my silly stories. 100, 99, 98, 97, 96, 95, 94, 93, 92, 91, 90, 89, 88, 87, 86, 85, 84, 83, 82, 81, 80, 79, 78, 76, 75, 74, 73, 72, 71, 70, 69, 68, 67, 66, 65, 64, 63, 62, 61, 60, 59, 58, 57, 56, 55, 54, 53, 52, 51, 50, 49, 37, 36,